Are the Europeans starting to have enough of the Islamists attacking and invading their neighborhood cities and towns? Let's take a look to see if Europe is learning anything. I'm Tal the Traveling Clad, your sweet Zionizer. You can be a Zionizer just like me by getting the merch down below in the description. TheTravelingClad.com. It's Zionizer, period. No questions asked about that. Let's take a look at this. At some of this clipperoonies. Los patrioteras de Italiana salen a apertura. Sorry. The patriots of Italy take to the streets to patrol against some Muslims who commit countless crimes. Milano is our home.
Noi a Milano non abbiamo paura, perché è casa nostra, giusto? Giusto? Avanti siamo. Camminiamo e viviamo Milano senza paura. Tutti patrioti d'Italia. Facciamo vincere il bene. L'Italia è casa nostra, non ve lo dimenticate mai. L'Italia è casa nostra, non lo. Presidio per la sicurezza, ragazzi. A casa nostra non abbiamo paura.
Facciamo vincere il bene. Facciamo vincere il bene.
Il bene siamo noi.
E siamo noi.
E nelle favole, in tutte le favole vincono sempre i buoni. E noi siamo i buoni. Senza paura. Noi a Milano.
Okay, I mean, we are going to see more and more of this, as I've been saying. This is just going to keep happening until the divide between the governments in Europe, until the governments in Europe actually start protecting their citizens and doing what they want. This refugee in Italy is very angry because he sees a lot of people walking their dogs, and dogs are haram in Islam. You're going to keep seeing people standing up.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. طبعا اليوم سبت زي ما تعرفوا الجو تبارك الرحمن بسم الله ما شاء الله. اليوم شمس أطلع طول اليوم العائلات كلها طالعة مطلعين كلابهم. طبعا إيطاليا من أكثر الشعوب اللي يحبوا الكلاب. مسموح به يخش حتى المحل عادي، ما في شيء مشكلة. مسموح به عادي يخش المحل. مرات انت ما تخشش والكلب يخش عادي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
I told you guys the solution to this whole dog issue is just adopt. Everyone should be adopting dogs right now. It should be dog adoption season. If you have an Islamist invasion in your neighborhood, it's literally like an antidote. Just go out, adopt a few dogs. You're doing a good thing for the dog shelters, for the dogs. And you'll stop Islamism from spreading in your neighborhood. Italy's PM Giorgia Meloni sparked Muslim outrage with his testament on Ursula's plans for the EU Immigration Pact. There's an ongoing process of Islamization of Europe.
Io penso che ci sia un problema di compatibilità tra la cultura islamica o certa interpretazione della cultura islamica e i diritti e i valori della nostra civiltà. A me non sfugge che la gran parte dei centri culturali islamici in Italia sono finanziati dall'Arabia Saudita, e l'Arabia Saudita è una nazione che a casa sua applica la Sharia, e Sharia significa lapidazione per l'adulterio, pena di morte per apostasia, pena di morte per omosessualità. Credo che queste questioni vadano poste, che non vuol dire generalizzare sull'Islam, vuol dire porre il problema che c'è in atto un processo di islamizzazione dell'Europa che è molto distante da. Io penso che ci sia un problema.
Listen, she's right. While I refuse to sort of go on the pedestal of criticizing most Gulf states besides Qatar, because I really do have an intention of traveling there when we make peace, and I know that you can't criticize, and I want to travel there, and I want to make connections with those people on the ground when we make peace. It is true that many of these centers in Europe are funded by Islamist states, not specifically Saudi Arabia, but Islamist actors in the region, and that is an issue for Europe. Italy's PM Giorgia Meloni is being accused of Islamophobia. Let's take a look.
I still believe in the West, not just as a geographical space, but as a civilization born from the fusion of Greek philosophy, Roman law, and Christian values. A civilization built and defended over centuries through the genius, energy, and sacrifices of many. I still believe in the West.
Yeah, I mean, that is the sentiment that needs to be coming out of most, if not all, European politicians. You see it happening in Eastern Europe. It's good to see that Italy, the only country in Western Europe that's worth a damn at this point, even though their country is also being, when I was there recently, last summer, it was overrun by this whole pro-Palestine Islamist movement. Pakistani imam in Italy preached that Muslims must fight infidels or suffer catastrophic consequences. The next day, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni called for his deportation despite him living in Italy for 30 years. Do you support her decision? 1,000%. 1,000%. That's the only way to deal with these people. Unfortunately, they set the rules. Abide by their rules. Their rules are violence. Their rules are bigotry. Abide by them. Don't try to be better than them because they will use that against you. Italy's government is being blocked from deporting Muslim terrorists by the corrupt justice system. Let's take a look.
Good evening, I'm Lorenzo.
I love this
People
guy.
often ask me, why isn't Meloni deporting illegal migrants? An illegal migrant from Algeria who committed 23 crimes, including assaulting a woman by punching and kicking her, was finally in the process of being deported, thanks to the effort of the government. Well, some judges have ruled not only that there's gonna be no expulsion, but also that he's gonna be compensated because, according to them, he did not deserve that treatment. So, on one hand, we have the Italian government who wants to stop illegal migration, send back criminals, send back illegals. On the other hand, we have a few powerful individuals who oppose these efforts by preventing our government to do what's right for this country, even by imposing penalties. So now I have a question for you. Do you think this is fair?
Guys, Lorenzo Caccialupi. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, brother. I've been on this guy since Charlie Kirk was murdered. He made an amazing video. He's a very bright mind coming out of Europe. I really put my money behind people like him, people like Tommy Robinson, people like that girl Eva blah 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 blah. I cannot remember her last name. It's so long. Who just got banned from the UK? Eva Strudenbrook. There is a coalition of young, bright minds like Lorenzo who are coming out of Europe right now, who understand what they're up against. They understand what they're fighting against. They understand where they want to take this. We need to do everything in our power to support these voices. It's not enough to just be like, Europe, do better. We need to actually put our money and our time and our support behind these people and uplift their voices so they can fight this fight. Uncover your face or leave. Italian security guard does not let them in.
Mi dispiace, ma con il volto coperto non si entra. C'è il cartello, il regolamento.
Dobbiamo solo chiedere l'assegno unico, non stiamo facendo niente di male.
Capisco, ma prima di entrare dovete scoprire il viso. Anche
Sono le regole.
Signore, mi dispiace, ma con il volto coperto non si entra. C'è il cartello, il regolamento.
Dobbiamo solo chiedere l'assegno unico, non stiamo facendo niente di male.
Capisco, ma prima di entrare dovete scoprire il viso. Anche
Sono le regole.
Signore, mi dispiace.
Good. It's not a part of your culture. That's how it is. If you want to travel to their countries, you got to put on a hijab or a niqab. If you want to come to ours, you got to take it off. That's it. This is how it works. I think that's a great thing. Hijab is different. Hijab, you can still see your face. But a niqab, if you don't want to tolerate that, you should not tolerate that. You really shouldn't. This is not the Middle East. Thousands of Muslims gather for prayer in Turin, Italy, Torino. They do not do this in their home countries. Islam is not here to assimilate. Islam has come to Western nations to take over. Let's see. Why? That's a problem. What? Whoa. Ya Weli. That is wild, folks. That is wild. That truly is wild. That's not a good sign, I'll say to you. In Italy and France, women now feel safer walking with pigs.
Ecco a voi, Dior.
Is that a pig on a leash? It is.
Ciao Dior, come stai? Tutto bene? Ecco a voi.
Well, it's one way to deal with it. I mean, they hate dogs and pigs pretty equally, but yeah, I guess pigs, they might not touch them. Meanwhile, in Italy, citizens are trying to adapt to the high influx of illegal immigrants. Luigi. Luigi, I'm so sorry, Luigi. I don't know what the situation happened here. It's always hard for me to context, but as a little tip for Luigi, the only way you're going to beat the dominance out of that guy, right? The only way is if y'all come together as a gang of Italians and beat his ass in front of everyone. I'm so sorry, and I know it sounds horrible, but that's the only way. That's the only way a future is understood by them, okay? Is understood by them, where they understand that you can't go around punching people on public transportation. This is not your country. This is not your home. You are not from here. You are a guest here. The only way you accomplish that goal, the only chance you'd have at doing that is by ganging up on them. A gang of Italians. It'll come together, my folks. It'll come together. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Klats.